Next, we'll talk about the PICV, which is now common in market. In almost all the projects, you'll find this PICV because we have multiple advantage of the PICV, and the PICV information is not in your notes. That I'll provide you separately. So first of all, what is PICV? I'll send you this Word file, don't worry. You see, in short, we used to call PICV. It's a pressure independent control valve. And this will give you the advantage of means reducing the cost, and balancing side also we have advantage. So we have multiple advantage compared to the normal three-way or two-way moderating valve. So we'll discuss what is a pressure independent control valve, or in short PICV. You see, it's a multifunction valve. In short, we can call multifunction valve, combining the operation of three valves in one. Okay, what are those? You see, differential pressure control valve, regulating valve, and two-port control valve. Two-port nothing but two-way. What we discussed just now, two-way, two-port nothing but two-way, both are same. So you see, here in this drawing, we required separate two-way and separate balancing valve. Na?
Yes.
So instead of this two, I can use only one PICV. How and why we'll discuss. Just let me just give you the advantages first. And with this, we can save the cost. You see, suppose if you have say 100 FCUs in the project, so 100 regulating valve we can save na with the project, or say 10 AHUs or whatever. So it's a one multifunction valve, multifunction valve. But how exactly it will work and what are the advantages of this, we'll discuss. But before this, first we'll discuss how to set this. How to set this. For this, a required selection is required, and who will do the selection for this?
Designer.
No, the manufacturer.
Manufacturer.
The vendor. Okay, so as a designer, your responsibility is to provide the equipment schedule to them. One example. Anyhow, you can also do if you have the catalogs and if you have that information, but this will done by the manufacturer.
Normally BMS manufacturer, sir. BMS supplier.
Yes, this BMS people only, and this will supply. So I have some points. You can make a note related to this PICV because the updated topic in the syllabus. What you said, the first point is same only. You can please make some points, not some important points only. Remaining theory you can find in this Word file. I'll share with you. And I have some more points. So this selection also I'll show you. First, so you make a note. First point, PICV selection will provide by BMS department. Second point, just few points, make a note. It's not in the notes. So as a consultant, in your responsibility, you can write send equipment schedule to PICV manufacturer. Equipment schedule means FCU and AHU. Means they are looking for flow rate. How? I'll show you with this table on the screen after completing these points. Third point, you can write use in hydronic system for cooling and heating. Use in hydronic system for cooling and heating. Next, you can write advantages of this. Advantages. First advantage, you can write automatically adjust the flow. automatically adjust the flow. I'll show you one video clip also. You'll get all these points. Don't worry. Just make a note. Automatically adjust the flow. Next point, PICV also work as RV. Automatically adjusting the. So PICV also work as IV. Automatically adjust means I'm talking about this three-way or two-way moderating valve, but RV is for one-time balancing. So this is also used for one-time balancing. How I'll show you. So PICV also work as RV. Next point, act as two-way moderating valve. Next, easy for installation and commissioning. And one more important, cost saving. Cost saving, no? Because of multiple valves, we can use only one valve. So I'll show you the selection sheet, but let me play one video first so that you can understand how to set this. Okay. So I have one video also related to this. The video is visible. 1 minute. Let me change the mode. Yeah, video is visible, right? Yes, all right.
Yes.
There is no audio in that. Just watch the visuals. The above one is actuator. The below one is PICV. You see, this below is a one section, and above also you'll find separate section. Below you'll find the spring that will help to access if any excess pressure. The spring will that excess pressure is used to compress the spring. And you see just now the rotation is for adjustment. First time we are going to adjust this the required percentage, but how I'll show you with the table. Okay, so rotation initially when you rotate, and this openings is for adjustment, initial adjustment, and with that will lock. Then automatically the shaft will push up and down with the actuator as per the temperature requirement in the space. This is for balancing. You see, 10 rating means full on, 100%. You see all this opening is visible and means 100% flow as per the rating. 6 means say 60. You see 60% flow. Can you see this middle opening is showing with the highlight with the red, green color?
Yeah.
Next say 30%. You see only this opening 30%. Initially we'll adjust this. How and why we'll discuss. Let me just complete this video. This is for initial balancing. It means with the PICV we can do the balancing, right? It work as a balancing valve. Means regulating valve RV. Next, the second function. You see this is acting as a two-way moderating valve. This valve is automatically going up and down and connected to actuator as per the room temperature requirement, like in two-way the actuator.
Yeah.
This is the second function. Means it can be used for as a two-way also, modulating valve. So balancing and two-way both in one. Let me see. You see water is flowing with the full means full requirement as per the adjustment. Then you see here the below spring is moving up. Actually, how this spring is moving up, some amount of water will enter and push in the opposite direction. It's not shown here. For example, initially we balance this for the required flow. So when you switch on the unit, it will run with the full load. And as the temperature is maintaining in the space, this valve will slowly pushing down the actuator, and you see in that the pressure increases. This side pressure increases now, so the water will excess pressure is used to utilize the spring. So it means it will also help to avoid this hammering, or not exactly hammering, means the excess pressure is going to utilize to push the spring. So in case of normal two-way or three-way, the excess pressure is going to bear by the valve itself. Okay, but in this, the excess pressure is utilizing this to push the spring. So the life also good in this two PICV compared with the two-way and three-way. Getting my point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So see, one time only will balance automatically as per the requirement. It will monitor the flow. So how to do the balancing for this? So here you see, first we'll install this as per the requirement, but before installing we require this selection. So you see your responsibility to send this equipment schedule to the manufacturer. And you see this is a selection sheet. For example, you see flow rate 0.17 liter per second for a particular unit. These are all FCUs. You can see decorative, ducted. These are all FCUs now. So if in one FCU 0.17 liter per second is required with the one quantity. This is our requirement, means as per the equipment selection. But now you see from this PICV manufacturer 0.27. The available is 0.27, and they provide this the size 20 mm, quantity, then model, then actuator model. This is a valve model, actuator model, and controlling. I miss. Sorry. And apart from this, they will provide one more information which is missing in this image.
Valve position.
Yes, valve position. That is a requirement.
Yeah.
You see, this is our requirement, and we got this one. Okay, so how much is the excess percentage? We'll find out. So 0.17 is 100%. Okay, so then what will be 0.27? Or suppose if I consider this as 100%, what will be 0.17? 0.27 divided by 0.17 into 100 na? 0.27 divided by 0.17
158%. 158.8.
No, I did a mistake. 1 minute.
0.17
0.17 divided by 0.27.
into
Yes,
100.
this is correct. Into 100 means 62%.
Yeah.
62% means I'll show you one image. In this image, can you see this percentage rating? Even in the video also, that percentage rating. So we need to set this to say 62%. Not exactly, the manufacturer will give you as per the software calculation. You may get slightly more, say 60, 65, slightly less as per the manufacturer, close to that. Okay. So you see, after installation, only you need to set the percentage. That's it. No balancing is required. No means nothing is required. Getting my point?
Okay, sir.
So this is very simple compared with the two-way and three-way moderating valve. Where is that image? Got the idea online?
Sir, I have a question. In the first FCU, we have a chill water flow rate of 0.17, and then there is a chill water flow rate of 0.27. So this is 0.27 is proposed. Okay.
Available. This is from the manufacturer available, and this is a requirement. So that's the reason we are setting to say 62% because available they are offering more, more than the requirement. So 62% means is a balancing. We'll do the balancing. If you're getting exact, then no need to go for 100%. Suppose the manufacturer also offering say 0.17 and requirement is of 0.17, will make it 100%.
So we are sending the required flow rate, sir?
Pardon?
Yes, you have
we
to
are
send
sending the
required
manufacturer flow rates.
Yes, all this. You see, all this information is from your site. This equipment information. Then this right side information from the manufacturer.
Without flow rate, they will not give you.
It's not possible. No? So
this chilled water flow rate of 0.27 is the maximum flow rate that the valve can handle.
Yes. Even for other FCU also, if you have say 0.220, you can use this, or up to 0.27.
Yeah,
I think they've used this. 0.24, 27, 2217. Yeah.
And you see, this is actually carrier make. Sorry, this FCU is carrier. This is a different make. So as per the availability, if your manufacturer have, you no need to miss anyhow. Exactly, you'll not get. So that's the reason balancing is required. So balancing also very simple. Even the installation people after installation they can do this. And
actually, we used to set before installation so that it will be easy.
No problem. You can set before. That is also very easy.
Yeah. There is a catalog in that range of how can we set the TAC or
there will be catalog.
Yes, any manufacturer will provide the catalog. But the thing what I'm trying to say is this is very simple compared to the three-way and two-way. Three-way and two-way they're done by done at the time of commissioning by service people only. But this can be done by the installation people also. Anyhow, the service the time of commissioning they must verify. Verify, and even they test or they will check also whether you install the proper model of this PICV or not. Okay, so they will check only the proper model is not, and they will check the reading. But at the time of installation or before installation also we can set. So this is easy compared to. So now you see, because of this, now the change in the valve assembly means hookups. So the new updated drawing I'll show you. I think you got the idea. PICV online. That you'll find this line diagram with the PICV for AHU as well as FCU. I'm going to zoom this. 1 minute. Yeah, you see now the valve assembly is very simple. You see, this is supply. You'll find IV, stainer, flexible, then to the coil, then flexible. Here we have PICV, then IV, and this bypass for what? For maintenance.
Question.
Close this two valves. So that this system can isolate, and we can open this valve so that the water can bypass. Okay. Anyhow, this is required in with the two-way, three-way also. So this is the updated one, means what we are dealing in actual practice for FCO, and the similar you'll find for AHU also. You see. Okay, so this is about the PICV. Apart from this, one more which I have not covered yet. That is BTU meter. So in district cooling system, you'll find this BTU meter. So here you see in the supply, here supply to the AHU and return from the AHU or FCU. So, or if we suppose, for example, a multi floor building with a say residential building in the different flats. So for one flat, we require 1 BTU meter, or for a one villa, 1 BTU meter, for example. Okay. So here, when you can find the position, and here this temperature sensor, nothing but thermowell. Here we can connect the T and we can connect the thermowell, so that this can connect with the BTU meter, and the flow sensor also connect to the BTU meter, and the BTU meter will help to calculate the energy consumption, and according to that the owner of that flat can pay the bill. Okay.